forgot to press play on that shit. Hello! It is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. Welcome to the show, Daydreaming with Mulu, Snuge. Yeah, so I didn't have any dreams last night, really worth mentioning. I did have one quick dream where I was at my dad's property. Somebody, for some reason, handed me a rifle, and I went to the pond and commenced to shooting at frogs because I wanted some frog legs. But don't worry, no frogs were harmed in the making of this dream. Every time I hit a frog, the bullet just went right through it and made a bunch of bubbles in the water. So that was about it. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a dream that I had a few days ago. I call this dream Living in Jaws. And basically I was living in the movie Jaws. But in this version, Jaws is known around town for helping people. And my brother, Jacob, that feels weird calling him that. I never call him that. Hako, my brother Hako. Hako is short for Jacob. Jacob in Spanish is Jacobo. It got shortened to Hako, so that's what I call him. So my brother Hako tells me that the 45-minute rule no longer applies for some reason. And now Jaws has been killing people. He also tells me that two people just got pulled under closest to this boat that were two people closer to the... Oh my God, are you kidding me? All right, so where was I? Waffles, come on over here, bud. We're working overtime tonight. There you go. That's a good boy. High five. High five. Boom. Yeah. So Hako has just told me that the two people closest to this boat had just gotten pulled under, and that probably means that we're next. Because, wait, you want to come on up? Hey, you want to come on up? Come on up, Bubba. Chicks for days. So two people have just gotten pulled under, closest to this boat that's kind of off into the distance, and we're probably next. So we try to swim over to this closet that's next to the surf naturally, right? So we're swimming, and we're swimming, and we're swimming, and we're not making any leeway. We're not moving at all. We're just swimming in place. So we're finally able to pull ourselves somehow, using, I guess, the floorboards of the ocean to pull ourselves to this closet. And we get into the closet, and lucky for us, it's got snacks and supplies, and there's a full wine cellar in there, some liquor. Waffles. Hey, that's enough scritchies, Bubbles. So we're fortunate that we have some snacks and supplies and some beverages. Half of the bottles are empty. I don't know, maybe I had visited that closet earlier in the dream and did some damage, maybe? Rare, I know. So we're hanging out in this closet, and the trim on the door of the closet is covered in, or is the trim is made out of wood, and it's really old wood. And apparently I had grabbed it too much because I was kind of leaning out, like warning everybody, hey, the 45-minute rule doesn't apply anymore. Get out of the water. Jaws is gonna get you. And was also trying to let people know that he was under the carpet because the ocean had this carpet lining on top. And for some reason, some people could walk on it. Actually, I think pretty much everybody else could walk on it. But I wasn't able to. And trust me, I tried. Every time I walked out onto it, I fell right through. But everybody else could walk on it. So I wasn't quite sure why that was happening. But because I was kind of leaning up against this door frame and yelling out to everybody, like I said, the wood was really old, and it just my hands were covered in splinters of all sizes. Like super tiny hair size splinters that you could barely see. You could only see them in the light. Big fat ones that were really deep, and so I'm like picking out these splinters, and every time I look at my hands, there's more splinters. I keep finding more splinters. They just won't go away, and my hands are getting really tender at this point. So that really sucked. Now this town on the beach doesn't have electricity, so as the sun starts going down, they start lighting their street lights, which are kind of like barrels filled with straw, I guess, that have been soaked in kerosene. So they got this guy with a torch who's walking down the street, lighting all the all the street lights, and it looked like the town was completely on fire. Like even the buildings had their lamps lit, and so there was smoke everywhere. There's no way that could be healthy. Smoke inhalation left and right. And so yeah, that was pretty much the end of my dream. So that was like the Jaws experience, I guess. And the rest of the dream I just spent picking splinters out of my hands. So that was one of the most well, not most, but well, yeah, that was one of the most uncomfortable dreams I've had in a while. So make sure to check underneath your carpets and make sure that Jaws isn't under there trying to get you. So yeah. Where is my phone? So my guest, Waffle, stop it. Hey, cut it out. Hey, let's not take it easy. So my guest today was supposed to be on last night. Had to reschedule to today, which is, it's fine. It happens. She's a good friend of mine from San Diego, California. She rarely fucks on me. She says behind. She organizes. And she loves meat sheets. So let's give her a call really quick. And she has been expecting me, or she's expecting my call, so we'll get this going.
Hi, Mulu.
Hey, Mulu. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Welcome to the show.
Yep. Aren't we all?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So I just told everybody about my dream that I had a few nights ago because I didn't have a dream last night, where I was stuck in the movie Jaws. But Jaws he used to help people, and then all of a sudden
he turned evil.
So he used to be a good shark, and then he turned messed up. What did you?
Wait, hold on. There's a little problem with the audio. It's just going in and out, just a little bit.
Okay.
AKA stop moving. Perfect. Just kidding.
Did you have a dream last night?
Not last night, but the night before last.
Okay. What happened?
Well, it started off with me being asleep in a classroom, which was pretty funny. Kind of like head down and people, like students were making noises, and that's just what woke me up. And I popped my head up, and it happened to be my favorite high school teacher, Mr. Wilson. But it was all the people that I know now that was in the classroom. It wasn't any of my class, schoolmates that I went with. It was everybody that I know now, pretty much. So that was kind of weird. And it went with like going to like drama class, which was like one of my favorite classes. Waking up in Mr. Wilson's class was my favorite. Then heading off to science. And then we went to dance. And I forget the last. Oh, then we went to math class.
Why was Mr. Wilson's class your favorite? Was he your teacher daddy? He
No,
was,
actually,
wasn't he?
Mr. Wilson, he was just one of those, everybody has, I feel like, that one teacher that just like changes you for the better, if you will. He was just one of the people that, like, I got like a C on a test, and he would be like, Tiana, I know you can do better than that. Like, I'm really disappointed in you. He was like that kind of dad, not daddy, but that kind of dad.
Okay.
So he's the one that made me like want to push myself in school. History, that's one of the hardest things to learn because it's like it's forever changing. I mean, you never really know what could be right, but no, he got me down to the truth and got me to research things, and he just, yeah, he was one of the reasons why I walked across the stage. Like,
And how were everybody, all your friends and you acting in class? Were you respectful, or was everybody kind of goofing off?
kind of goofing off at first until Mr. Wilson asked us to be quiet, and then everybody shut up because I feel like everybody respected Mr. Wilson.
Everybody respects Mr. Wilson.
Oh yeah, everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. Everybody respected him the same kind of way. Like, actually, Sean was there. Not you, Sean, but the other Sean was there. And Quinn was doing spitballs and got kicked out.
But Sean, you're the other Sean.
Yeah. Just one Mulu.
Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fun?
just
Isn't it
kind
fun
of.
for friends that you haven't seen in a while, even if it is in your dreams?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's kind of like reminded me of like basically the one small parts of high school that I actually liked. So that's kind of what got me thinking about it, because you kind of told me what the show was about yesterday, and I kind of started thinking. And I feel like I wish I was, I wish I had the knowledge I knew now then.
Right. So
I
you
feel like
said,
I probably would have turned out a little better.
so you didn't know what the show was about. So basically, you're a first-time caller, no-time listener, right?
Oh, there you go. Well, you just told me something about dreams, so that's all.
So all of you watching out there, Tiana doesn't watch my show.
I watch your cooking shows.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, I forgot to hit play on my background screen when I was telling my dream story, so now I think I have to go back and do it over again.
Okay.
Because it's gonna look stupid if I don't. So I'm gonna do that over again, and thank you so much for being on the show, Mulu. I love you.
Oh, that's all? You easy.
We'll do it again.
Love you too.
I like to keep them under. I like to keep them under like 10 minutes or whatever.
There we go.
That's other-
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, so that was my good friend Tiana Carter from San Diego, California. My boo boo, she takes care of everybody on the 1000 block. So shout out to everybody in PB, San Diego, and yeah, that's the show. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Again, please comment down below what you're dreaming about. Nobody's talking about the dreams. You watch this show, you're like, oh yeah, dreams are cool. You go to sleep, have a couple dreams, and you wake up and you don't tell me about them. So let's change that. All right? Make sure everybody's being safe, healthy, staying 6 feet away from each other. Don't touch your face, wash your hands. Keep your booty hole clean, and we will see you tomorrow. See you later, Mulus.